Good morning everyone. Good morning everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Wave. It is me, Joey V, and today is Monday. It's the start of a new week, and what a glorious way to start the week with a pump. Let's dive into the charts and see what they are telling us today. As usual, we have Bitstamp and Bitfinex 4-hour charts laid side by side. On the left side we have Bitstamp. Let's look firstly into it, and then we look into Bitfinex. Looking at Bitstamp, we can totally see that, like I told you yesterday, we were expecting a move to the upside, and that's what we got. We bounced from the Fibs and moved all the way up to the beach, almost touching the 200 EMA, and now we are getting some resistance at the next Fib level, and if we are able to break this Fib level, we should touch the bottom of the ocean and then find some more resistance at the next Fib level. We were tracking this move and we were expecting a move upside in the 12 coming hours since I posted yesterday's video. And exactly as predicted, and like I said, if we were to move up to the upside, we would be doing it on this apex, because this would be the spot of least resistance. This is the place where the trend lines invert themselves and where resistance becomes support and support becomes resistance. So if we were to fall back inside again of this triangle, the trend line that was giving us some resistance should be giving us some support, so we could start dumping all the way through and get inside this triangle again, and then start moving our way through here. Or we can be supported by this new trend line that we were analyzing yesterday. This new trend line in combination with market Cipher gave us the precise longing signal. You see, big wave, small wave, and exactly here the price touch kept on touching and testing the Fib level. We got this green dot, the second green dot, the confirmation one, and we started moving up to the upside. And exactly at midnight, 1 o'clock, we bursted through this apex. And right now we are touching the beach. The momentum waves on market Cipher tell us that we should expect some more downwards movement. Let's adjust this trend line here. So this is the way that it's drawn now. We should expect some downwards movement in the next previous, but I wouldn't expect too much of a downwards movement because the money flow is going to the upside. So money is starting to enter the market again, and this is like the first pump of the week. So this will give, I think, confidence to the market, and money will start flowing inside again. But for now, for the next 4 hours, I would expect a little move to the downside and then continuation of the upside move. This is a move with volume, so it's not a pump that we are not pumping without volume, which is good. It is not a lot of volume. This was bigger volume. When comparing to these ones, they are even bigger, right? But it's a considerable amount of volume, so we should expect some more pumping action in the coming days. Looking at Bitfinex. On Bitfinex, the trend lines had already crossed on the 7th of June. We were falling through the triangle, then we broke above, we tested it, then we fall through it again, started testing it, and yesterday we were able to break above it and started testing the top of the new triangle, the inverted trend lines triangle. So this one that was support is now resistance, and as you can see, it's forming resistance at the beach. It's almost touching the 200 EMA right about here. They should touch on the next candle, and price moved up to the trend line that is now resistance, touched the beach that is acting as resistance too, and now it should move downwards a little bit, maybe catch some more support here. If this one fails, I would expect a move to this one. If this one fails, a move to the sky is probable, but keep this in mind that the sky is pressing the beach and that the sky is also moving upwards. So that move, if we touch the sky, should be coming, I think, right around here, maybe something like that, or maybe we keep on pumping. Let's keep a close tracking on this. Market Cipher tells us the same thing that it tells us on the Bitstamp chart, so let's jump straight into the Fibs now. On the day before yesterday, we had this M pattern. Yesterday we were able to break only through middle of the M pattern, then we formed a little W. Like I told you, M patterns usually create W patterns after. And we also had an apex here. As you can see, it was a clear crossing of the two trend lines. We were able to get above the 50 EMA, this green one here. Then we crossed the apex, and right now we are touching this yellow trend line. This yellow horizontal line, it's a really strong one. Let me just make it really big so that you can clearly see it. Let me zoom out. You see, this is where it's coming from. It was resistance here, we break through it, we fell, resistance, And then we spent from the 14th of July until the 7th of February, roughly 1 month under it. And when we were finally able to break above it, that's when the run from 40k to 65k started. And right now we are touching it, we are testing it. If we are able to break above it, this should be the ignition of the next bullish momentum to the upside. So as you can see, if we are able to break above this one, we should expect a move to the 38.2 fib. If we break above that one, it will take us to the 61.8. It's the golden pocket for shorts of this move, so it will pose as a lot of resistance. So maybe we touch it, we come down again, we touch it some more time, come down again, and at the end of June we start pumping it to the upside again. Well, here I think this is the resuming of our upwards bull trend, but if I'm proven wrong, we could be inside this low range under this resistance line for maybe some more time, and then but ultimately we should be able to break above this and resume the bull trend. That's what I'm expecting. Looking at the RSI, we are in the bull territory. We were able to make a huge comeback from dropping below it. We pumped through it and we pumped through the bull line. This is the confirmation that we are still in bull mode and that we are still in bull territory. This is a confirmation of it. Looking at the ADX and the I, we finally are winning the battle against the bear trend. And we have the ADX supporting us. This is awesome, guys. This is really, really awesome. You see, the ADX, the bear trend lost all of its strength, and now the bull trend has finally crossed over it, and the ADX is starting to go up. So the ADX should be starting to favor the bull trend. We might find a little bit of turbulence on these levels because they are important fib levels, but then ultimately we should be able to get the ADX to push us through. It's the start of a new week. Let's see what it has reserved for us. Looking at Ethereum, Ethereum should be doing something similar. We are finally having a bull momentum, a bull trend for Ethereum. We were able to break above this bear trend level. We broke above it and we confirmed the bull trend when we broke above this one. Moved straight from this local double bottom, triple bottom, one bottom here and two bottoms here, and the W pattern here. We moved straight into the 50 EMA, and we should keep on pumping until the 200 EMA. For me, that seems about right. Let's just put a quick fib here. So we got supported by this golden pocket ratio. Let me reverse this. You see, now we're having resistance at this one. So if we are able to break above this one, we should be expecting a move to the 78.6. near the 2700, and then here we should expect some more resistance. If we aren't able to break above this one and continue the bull trend, we should be expecting some little more of resistance and then some confirmation of the bull trend when we come down to test this golden pocket again and then move upside again. Coming back to Emasar and market cipher for Ethereum, let's see what we are doing. We are clearly testing the 50 EMA. I'm expecting a move up into the 2800, 2700. 27 has a marker there. I'm expecting some more resistance on these levels. So I'm expecting a move to these levels, the beach levels, and also that move should be met with some resistance. But bear in mind that the sky is moving upwards, and along with it, the price will also move upwards because the sky will keep on pressing the beach. If it presses too much, it will take us from the beach to the middle of the ocean. That would be an awesome thing, getting us to 3100. That would be a good sight to see on the coming days for Ethereum. I just also noticed that we are forming some kind of an horizontal support here. You see, this one is similar to the one on Bitcoin, but the one on Bitcoin is above the price. We also have a line of resistance there. So for Ethereum, this is the level that I'm looking at for the next days, being that this is the local support and this is like the most immediate local resistance. When we are able to break above this resistance, we should expect a move to the upside, and in my opinion, even bigger than this one. At the least, we should expect something like this, but I'm expecting something more because we should be able to break this thing, and when we get above the ocean, when we get above this one, when we flip the EMAs, the trends will change. When we get through the underworld, trends will change, and that will propel us to more upside. This is what I'm looking at. I think this is the way that we should be looking at the Ethereum chart, because for me this is just an accumulation period, big accumulation period, and we all know what happens after a big accumulation period. But I could be totally wrong. This could be the start of the bear market, so do your own diligence. Not financial advice, keep that in mind. I could just be a bull tard. That's it, I'm permeable. Well, I'm permeable when we are in a bull trend, when we are in a bull cycle, and I still think that we are in a bull cycle, so let's keep on being permeable. but we also need to be cautiously bear sometimes to protect our capital. But right now, this is what I'm seeing for Ethereum. Coming back to the order book, we are looking at the Bitcoin chart on Binance, 5 minutes time frame. Coming back from yesterday, we had a local bottom here at the 34k. We had lots of support with spots buying and perpetuals longing on the 1 to 5% bands. This is what started the move. These were sell orders that were started to being taken out. Here we can see them pressing the price down and then taking the orders out, letting the price like move, swim a little bit through these levels, accumulate a little bit more, get some confidence from the people. And here when they took this one out, that's what took us up. Found some resistance here, which was, I think, some spoofing action, a little bit of resistance that was taken out or just bought up. I wasn't watching the move live on the order book. Then the same thing, orders being put up, pressing the price, being taken out and the price pumping. And right now we are getting some more consistent sell signals, topping out signals. These ones were met with a lot of support, so price didn't fell through it. Support is moving the orders down, so if we keep on getting these topping signals, we should expect a move down on the near short term. But looking at the perpetuals, they are still longing. They are still longing these levels. I'm thinking that maybe they want price to go a little bit lower so that they can load up some more longs and keep on pumping us. And I'm expecting a pump to the 41k level. Looking here on the right, let's analyze this a little bit more deeply. We have tons of support from 37 to 38. From where the price is down until 37k, we have 3.5k bitcoins. And the resistance right now, direct resistance above us is 2000 bitcoins from 40k to 41k. So we have a little bit of wiggle space up until 40k, maybe 39.8. And support, the immediate support is at 38k, 1000 bitcoins at 38k, and then these ones are all distributed down from 38k to 37.4, 37.3. This is the support that we are now having, and this is the resistance. So immediately we are getting more, a little bit more of wiggle room to the upside, but not so much. I'm expecting price should fall a little bit to these levels and then reignite again. And here you see also a lot of buying orders coming through to Bitcoin. Now let's look at Ethereum. So yes, Ethereum is following Bitcoin. Finally we are moving up again. Here we had an accumulation phase, bottoming phase, starting off the pump, we pumped all the way to 2500, started getting some support below the 50 EMA, and now we are almost touching the 50 EMA, we are dropping to it. So I'm expecting a little more of a drop here so that the perpetual markets can start longing. They were longing this before, but I'm expecting a little bit more of a downwards move to the 2000 to the 2400. That's where we have the most amount of support right now. We have 7k Ethereum. This is on Binance, 5 minutes. And then we have, okay, so from where the price is until 2400, we have 14k Ethereum supporting us, and then we have 8k Ethereum supporting us. So this is what I'm expecting, a small move to the downside to get some more liquidity, get some more longs in, get some more buying going on the spot market. And then if this support is able to hold, I'm expecting some more wiggle to the upside. And this wiggle could be up until to the 2900. That's what I'm thinking. Not the 3k, but 2k 900 I think is a good pumping number. We have immediate support, you see, we have immediate support from 2000 to the 2400, being that the most amount of support is concentrated at the 2300 and the 2400. We have almost 30k of Ethereum supporting us. That's what I'm expecting. Small move to the downside and then a move to the upside. And why am I expecting those moves to the upside then rather than to the downside? Because finally Elon Musk has come out again and says that Tesla will begin accepting Bitcoin payments again, but only when there's reasonable confirmation of clean energy usage by miners, at least roughly 50%. That's what he tells us. Also, Cointelegraph posted this yesterday, saying that Elon Musk was caught flacking again, and why this time? Like Signia CEO Magda Wersica, I don't know how to read this, She said is that what we have seen with Bitcoin is price manipulation by one very powerful and influential individual, and Elon Musk replied back saying that this is inaccurate and that Tesla only sold 10% of the holdings to confirm that Bitcoin could be liquidated easily without moving the market. Man, he's the richest man in the world, or was, and he didn't thought that him announcing that Tesla sold or that he himself sold wouldn't move the markets, man. Oh man. Of course he knew he's able to move the markets. This shit isn't just regulated to the point that he wouldn't do that, so that's what we get. That's one of the downsides, or one of the upsides, of this shit not being regulated. It depends on either if you are Elon Musk or not, but fuck this. So we should expect some more move to the upside. Good news are coming. Tesla will accept Bitcoin again. This shouldn't move the market like Elon said, but this will ultimately move the market. We are already seeing that. But I'm also of the opinion that this move was already programmed. This move was already bound to happen. If you have been watching the channel, you can already see what we were expecting and what we were anticipating by what the chart were telling us, by the movements of the charts. So yeah, we can argue that it is because of news or it is because of technical analysis. Being whatever it is, money flow is coming back into the markets, so I'm expecting upwards movement. And also, backing that up, we have good news. So this is it, guys. All from me today. See you on the next episode of the Crypto Wave.